Hey, Shalom, Akyal. First and foremost, I'd like to say Barakatah Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rukwah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone, and salutations to all of the sincere Akyal worldwide pushing this truth in diligence and sincerity. One of the older brothers in the GMS London camp shared this with some of us other brothers. I watched this video and I mean, what you're about to see is a 2/3 getting torn up by the police, yeah? But really and truly, he's still one of the princes of the power, man. Just that he's in a lower state right now. Esau is going to pay for all of the hell that he's put upon our people, man. Isaiah 14:21 says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. We're going to judge these heathen. And after 1,000 years of slavery, Esau, the whole entire nation of Esau, man, woman, and child, no prisoners, no survivors, are going to be eviscerated from the planet Earth. Thus says the Holy Bible that you read in church, man. You can read about that in the book of Obadiah, man. Esau is going to be totally done away with. And I personally cannot wait, man. You see, these damn devils, man, are even going to try to come up against the men of the Lord soon. The scriptures talk about the great insurrection against them that fear the Lord. That's coming, man. Real soon. But honestly speaking, man, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai brought us up. We endure unto the end. Lord willing, we ain't going to have no part in that. And the first, in the second death to come. But honestly speaking, this video infuriated me, man, because it just shows how much of a disregard for Israel, the true Israel of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, that this damn devil has. I'm going to play this video and do some dissecting in a minute. Let's go.
A jury in Florida has agreed to award the family of a man who was shot and killed by cops a grand total of $4, but the judge later lowered that number to $0. I'm not kidding. Now, let me give you the background to the story, and then I will explain how this jury decision came about. It has... Yes,
can I just say,
sure.
Anna, look, there's two parts of this story that has me totally enraged. And more than enraged, actually just really disappointed. And I think I underestimated the racism in this country. As much as we have covered it, and I've seen a billion cases of it, I didn't know it was this bad. And so I want you to guys, as Anna's telling you this story, focus on two different things. One is, how do they value the life and the family of the guy? And then secondarily, who was at fault, the cop or the person who got shot? Which is already a funny question, but yeah. So now, take a look at that.
Okay. So this story has to do with a man by the name of Gregory Von Hill, Jr. He was a man in Florida who happened to be in his own garage playing music. Now, Hill, a 30-year-old African-American, was fatally shot by a white sheriff's deputy who had responded to a noise complaint about the music that he had been playing in his garage. Hill had been shot 3 times by one of the deputies, and that deputy's name is Christopher Newman. Now, how did this story even come about? How did it develop into this tragedy? Well, it all started when a mother picking up children from an elementary school heard the loud music coming from the garage of a nearby home. She called in a noise complaint.
Wow, I didn't know it was that serious.
And 2 St. Lucie County Sheriff's deputies, Deputy Newman and Edward Lopez, responded. Okay, so let's stop there for a second. Just a quick commentary about the mother. You're going to go pick up kids from a school and leave. How about, don't meddle in other people's lives? You don't like the noise, then leave, okay? If a neighbor called a noise complaint, that may be one thing, but you're going to pick up your kids and you're going to complain about loud music? You have nothing better to do? All right.
Okay, look, I get that. Cops, you're responding to a noise complaint, okay? And the guy is in his own garage. And so, but you're going to escalate. So you're going to see how bad the escalation is. Obviously, he was, that he was killed. But just think about that context. They didn't get called in on a robbery or attempted murder or a rape or domestic violence. They got called in on a noise complaint. And imagine if the guy was white for a second. Okay, and let's do the rest of the story.
So the cops show up. the garage door is closed. So they start banging on the garage door. At first, there's no response. They keep banging on it. And finally, Hill opens the garage door. Okay. Now, at that point, apparently, there are only 3 witnesses there. The 2 cops and the person who was shot and killed. But everything happened within 2 minutes, and that's according to the reporting from the New York Times. So some exchange happens, and then the garage door was eventually closed. And Deputy Newman fired 4 times through it, striking Hill once in the head and twice in the abdomen. The entire episode took less than 2 minutes. So how would you know that the garage door was closed? Because there are bullet shots through the garage door. Now, let me ask you something. If an individual poses an imminent threat, would they pose a threat with a door closed? I mean, the guy obviously wanted the cops to go away. He closes the garage door. They decide, or one of the cops decides, I'm going to open fire. He shoots, and this man gets shot 3 times. Now, the cops had alleged that he did pose a threat because he was holding a gun. Okay. The only gun recovered was found in Mr. Hill's back pocket and was not loaded. Lawyers have argued about whether it was possible for Hill to have moved the gun to his pocket after the garage door closed.
Okay, so get a load of this load of crap, and then we're going to talk about what the jury decided. They said, and remember, the guy shot 3 times, including in the head. After he's shot in the head, he took the gun that wasn't, if it wasn't loaded, okay, you can say, hey, the cops don't know it's not loaded. Okay, I hear you on that. But why would he point it if he knows it's not loaded? But he somehow decided that he was going to point a loaded gun through the garage door the cops couldn't see. And after he got shot in the head, he's like, wait, I'm about to die, but let me make sure that I cover my tracks in the 1 second of life I have left and put it back in my back pocket. Who could be monstrously stupid enough to believe that? Who, like, oh, well, the cops, they're gods. Black guy in his own garage. His music was a little too loud, and you executed him. Bravo, cops. Bravo. That's what the jury decided. And so, yeah, no, I think that as he got shot in the head, he put the gun back into his back pocket. Now, why don't you just say, I hate black people. I think their life is worthless. And I'm glad the cop executed him for playing his music too loud. Why don't you just say it? Just own up to it. That's not one person. That was a whole jury. A whole jury.
Alright, that's enough of the video anyway. Now, if you decide to watch through that yourself, you'll see that in the rest of the video, that jury decided to award his family $4. Yeah, 1 for his life, and then $3 for the rest of the members of his family. I believe that was either 3 children or 2 children and his wife. And then eventually they said, no, this man was responsible for his own death. Fuck it, we ain't giving him shit. That's what the jury came down to. So this wasn't just a decision by like a one-off judge. This was a whole jury, most likely of Edomites and maybe some other heathens that came together and said, yo, we ain't gonna give this man shit. We ain't gonna give this man a damn thing. They literally came together unanimously and said, yeah, really and truly, we don't even think this man deserves $4. And originally they were gonna give $1 for each life that was lost. Yeah, his and then his 3 children, or his wife and his 2 children, but whatever. They were gonna give $4 for his family, and they said, yo, he don't even deserve that. They thought that man's life was worth $1. Yeah. If this doesn't show you Israelites that these heathens, especially Esau, does not give a fuck about you, nothing else will, man. This man is the fucking devil, man, and it's about time that he pays. Yeah, I'm going to read the book of Lamentations, the 5th chapter, because this goes into what Jacob was suffering during the time of the Babylonians, but ultimately speaking, this applies to right now also. Lamentations 5:1 says, remember, O Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. Our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens. Esau's up in the land of Israel pretending to be us, stealing our heritage, and our simple ass people are just here, happy to be slaves, happy-go-lucky. We're just getting slaughtered every way, man. Every which way you turn. Jacob catching hell, getting harassed by the police, you know, getting shot at by you know, shooting at each other, getting pitted against each other in gangs, whether that be these Negro or these Latino gangs, these even natives. amongst the native tribes. Jacob out here just catching hell, and Esau's in our land living it up, man. In the Stamford Hills and the Golders Greens, you know, certain districts in New York having Jewish settlements, man, pretending to be the people of the Lord, getting supplements and, you know, payments back from all of these heathen nations. Germany's having to pay these Jews millions and millions of pounds every year, man, for some fake Holocaust that never even fucking really happened like that. Hey, man, we've lost everything, man. The scripture says in verse 3 that we are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. Hey, honestly speaking, a lot of our mothers are widows, man. if the father's either most likely dead, in prison maybe, or honestly speaking don't want to have nothing to do with his children, man. Hey, we have drunken our water for our money. Our wood is sold unto us. Our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. Hey, the average Jake out here, man, working 3 or 4 jobs just to keep a roof over their head. This is hell. Hell. Hell, man. Yeah, we have given the hand to the Egyptians and to the Assyrians to be satisfied with bread. Now, the modern day Egyptians and Assyrians are talking about these damn devils, man. Esau, because like I said, this was written during the time of the Babylonian captivity, after, you know, Israel had been taken through the Egyptian captivity as a whole, and the northern kingdom had been taken up by the Assyrians. But in modern day context, if you apply it to now, that applies to this damn devil. It says, our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquities. Going into them curses, which I'm going to get into in a minute, man. We're suffering, man, the brunt of the curses. It says, servants have ruled over us. There is none that deliver out of their hand. We got our bread with the peril of our lives because of the sword of the wilderness. Man, we're catching hell, man. Hell, nothing but hell. You see, Jacob gone through nothing but hell, from ancient Egypt to Babylon to the Assyrian captivity, also that the northern kingdom went into, to the Medo-Persians, the Greeks, the Romans, all the way down to now this revived Roman Empire, man. We've gone through nothing but captivity to captivity. But lo and behold, this is the last time, like the scripture says, it is the last time that we're going to be carried away captive, man. And we're going to put in captivity all those nations that put us in captivity. And it's only right, man, because the Most High Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai requireth that which is past. Our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine. It was happening in Venezuela right now, and in certain parts of Africa, man, where Jake be at right now. Jake catching hell. They ravished the women in Zion and the maids in the cities of Judah. Princes are hanged up by their hand. The faces of the elders were not honored. They took the young men to grind, and the children fell under the wood. The elders have ceased from the gate, the young men from their music. The joy of our heart is ceased, our dance is turned into mourning. The crown is fallen from our head. Woe unto us that we have sinned. Does this not sound like the plight of Israel, man? Going through nothing but non-stop hell, man. And you have situations like this where this damn devil will take a life and mock, and just, you know, just make complete mockery of it, talking about, yeah, have $1. Man, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Shalak Rayam, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Baba Kasha Baba Kasha Baba Kasha Abad Adawam. Oh, man. Man, this damn devil, man. This damn devil. Yo, if videos like that don't infuriate you, man, I don't know what will. Yeah? I'm going to read some of the curses. Deuteronomy 28, yeah? And verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt only be oppressed and spelled evermore, and no man shall save thee. Yo, you know that man's family was in the court thinking, yeah, mourning for the loss of their father, of course. But they would have thought, yeah, we're in a court of law. The jury's gonna see sense. They're gonna reward us for the damages that have been done. They got given $4. That is an insult. It probably cost them like more than 10 times the amount to get there, and they got awarded $4. Imagine receiving $4 in a check. That's like £2.50 or something. wickedness, man. This damn devil is going to get it. And trust me, when we get you heathens in captivity, there ain't going to be no reparations. You're going to be dying by the millions. Apostle Tahar phrased it perfectly, and I will never forget this quote, that on the first day we get into the kingdom, the amount of Edomites we're going to run through and destroy, the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, going to have to bring Edomites from outer space, because, yo, we're going to get busy on you damn devils, man. Really gonna get busy. 8 verse 30, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. Hey, is that not true unto this day? Hey, let a so-called white man see you in a so-called nice car or a nice house. Trust me, the first thing they're gonna do is call the police on suspicion of theft, because that's that same spirit of, what's that nigger doing there on that? What's that there nigger doing on that nag? They don't believe that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives are up to any good, man. Literally, they just think that you're nothing but thieves and vagabonds. Hey, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. Did this man not separate the family, man? He's destroyed our people, man. Hey, man. And thou shalt, verse 37, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord Yahweh shall lead thee. Ah, man. Man, thou shalt begat, verse 41, thou shalt begat sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. Verse 43, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him, and he shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Man. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. Alright, cool. Which he commanded thee. It says in verse, where is it at? Where was I at? Salakia. Verse 46, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. We catch nothing but hell out here, man. Nothing but absolute hell. And that's all due to the fact that we broke the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. But ultimately speaking, Israel's going to get risen back up, man. And that's the faith that we have, that it's going to come up. We're going to come back up real soon. Because honestly speaking, man, this can't continue, man. You damn devils have a big tab to pay for already, and you keep adding on to it. Oh, man. Ecclesiastes 10:6, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walk in the service upon the earth. Man, we're going through hell right now, man. Hell. That's why situations like that can happen in America and London and wherever brothers are at. And you know, it's just nothing. Honestly speaking, man. Yes, like, yo, even the lives of the wicked of our people right now are going to be accounted for in the kingdom, because regardless of the fact that they're demons on this side, man, they're still Israelites, man, and they're being killed by the hands of these vagabond heathens, man. Esau primarily, and the rest of these nations. So you best believe there's going to be a recompense required. The only reason that the elect ain't being enslaved physically like that is because the Lord has put a hedge around us, and Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai that maintains unto the end. You know, those that have to be martyrs for the truth, of course, are going to have to, just just take it, man, and deal with the cross that you got to bear for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. But ultimately speaking, man, you damn devils are going to pay for all of the bloodshed, man, all of the mockery, all of the wickedness, man. Because literally it's a situation of servants upon horses and princes walking the servants upon the earth. Yasha Allah, you the prince of the power, man. Israel, the true Israel of the Most High, man. We're out here catching non-stop hell while this damn devil steals our nationality and goes around claiming reparations that are not due unto him. This man is going to die, man. Thus says the Holy Bible, and I don't give a fuck who gets offended by this wickedness, man. wickedness across the whole entire inhabited earth. That's a 2/3 right there, and I'm pissed off at the fact that Esau's getting away with shit like this, man. Going to court and awarding man $4, wicked, and then trying to come around like he's there for the betterment of our people. And then I'm also pissed off at the stupid, retarded, dumbass masses of our people, man, trying to get down with this flipping devil. This man is going to pay. Isaiah 42:24. Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? Did not the Lord Jehovah Hashem Yahushai, against whom we have sinned? For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law. The reason we're in this fucked up condition right now is because of the fact that we rebelled against our power. We rebelled against the Lord, man. Man. But honestly speaking, regardless of the fact that the Lord has delivered us unto our captors and just allowed them to do whatever they want unto us because of our wickedness, and the fact that our captors have just gone far and exceeded the quota, we're going to be redeemed out of this, man. I'm going to bring 2 quick scriptures to round this up, and I'm going to just close down the video. But this is Psalms 34:19. I'm going to start from 18. Verse 17. The righteous cry, and the Lord Jehovah Hashem Yahushai heareth and delivereth them out of all troubles, which is coming soon. First and foremost is the elect on this side, but ultimately all Israel's going to be delivered. The Lord Jehovah Hashem Yahushai is near unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. Contrite meaning humble. The 2/3 of our people at the moment ain't humble, and that's why they're getting what they're getting. You know, that harsh judgment. But the Lord deals with the humble first and foremost. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord Jehovah Hashem Yahushai delivereth him out of them all. Yeah? He keepeth all his bones, not one of them is broken. Israel's going to be restored, man. We're going to be beautified again. And regardless of the fact that we've gone through all of this hell, man, regardless of the fact that, ultimately speaking, the heathens slay us all the day long, the beautiful restoration we're going to receive is going to make all of this wickedness and suffering pale in comparison. I'm going to finish it off with Romans 8:18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Yeah. For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We're waiting for that beautification. We're waiting for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Razah, man, that day, man, soon come when we be lifted up out of these curses and have those curses that were once on us placed on our enemies, man. And you best believe this damn devil's gonna pay. Fuck Esau, man. Yeah, that says this holy scriptures, man. You gonna be obliterated. Your time coming, you damn devil. Remember that. Shalom, Akim. Stay strong, man. I know that, yo, regardless of all the hell this damn devil puts upon us, he's gonna have to pay, man, heavily with his blood. Shalom.